there's this notion of like private and public that has been very rapidly changing because of the notion of the internet and kind of how you can access people's ideas 24/7 and you can upload your ideas 24/7. And I think because of that, we've ended up in a place where we've created these kind of independent group chats that are kind of private, and then we have like completely public channels like YouTube pages, for example, and then we have the interiority of our own thoughts. And I think that the in this book, Creative Doing, Surfaces was really interesting because it was basically making the point that you should create things that you have different kind of proof points for different groups of people. So you might have a finished product for the general public. Then you have like your feedback group, which could be like editors or close friends or people who help you kind of progress along your way. And then you have your draft, which is kind of like where you're giving feedback to yourself. And I thought that that was really interesting, specifically for these kind of stages of creativity: the preparation stage, the incubation stage, the illumination stage, and the verification stage. Because what is really important about, again, about kind of being open-minded, being flexible to your own creative process, is being able to detach yourself from it. So again, there's a self-affiliation that is connected to this idea of like, oh, I need to work really hard about this thing needs to go well, or I am a failure. And the separation of the thing from yourself is a really difficult task. And I have numbers of stories about this in the software that I've created, as well as kind of like different companies that I've started that have kind of ostensibly failed. And I think that a lot of that does take a big toll on your identity. So choosing the right kind of task, choosing the right kind of surfaces, making sure that they're detached from the core value of you is a very important part to being a successful creative in the modern internet world we've created. Because there is also an argument that, like, even if you don't want to be a creator on the internet, and you don't want to talk too much about yourself or your own life as a kind of daily vlog person and open yourself up to the scrutiny of the public, you are kind of leaving money on the table in the way that the current economy works with how people shop on the internet and how people exist, monetarily. So it's like, if you do want to free yourself from certain kind of categories where you need signaling or you need kind of the admission of somebody to allow you to work under a thing, you should be interested in giving yourself the opportunity to, create shows for your friends who invite your friends. Bring opportunity into your life by using what's accessible to you, making sure that when you're making something that you believe is quality or important, that you give it the chance that it needs to succeed, but also not becoming too obsessed with the process itself.